Let's level up. It's level 8. If I remember well. Level 8. We start off with Gale. The level 8 wizard receives a feat, finally. Right. 1 level 4 spell slot. 2 spells to pick, and a new feat. Let's see the spells. And what should we grab? I said there's a lot of cool spells. Especially, Blight, for example. Plants are susceptible to spell. Confusion, Dimension Door. Resist to fire and cold, 10 turns with a fire shield. Dasmal. What you take, man? Maybe difficult terrain. I am curious about tentacles. And some utility, perhaps. Dimension Door. Lae'Zel with Dimension Door. Yo, there's a feat. Davitsky, thanks for the 13 months, Davitsky. Do I like Baldur's Gate 3 or Wrath of the Righteous more? Even though I like Baldur's Gate 3, I believe I like Wrath of the Righteous like 10 times more. If we compare first run, we'll see. I need to finish the game. So far, there is proficiency with 4 weapons to pick. Then you can raise dex for the checks, but that ain't worth it. Ritual spells. Gain proficiency in ability saving throws. Movement speed increases. Gain superiority die. I like lucky on a wizard. Elemental adept is great, but truth to be told, I don't even know what type of elemental damage I wanna deal. To ignore resist. Do I wanna deal fire, cold? I really don't know, that's the problem. This is for a respec when you know exactly the build that you wanna play. I like using all spells. Considering that the game is easy. If the game was harder, I would go with Elemental Adept and I would decide what spells I want to play with. Okay, fire, cold, lightning, it doesn't matter. This is the most OP build that you can get with Elemental Adept. I don't need it because the game is already way too easy. And if I start ignoring resists from enemies, it's gonna get even easier. So perhaps I wanna test out how lucky works, and there's also ability improvement with 2 points into int, so it's gonna be 20 plus 5. But this is boring, so I wanna test how lucky points work on a wizard. You can make enemies reroll their attack rolls, which is quite good. It can save your life. Definitely elemental adept when you play a wizard or a sword. I just feel like I don't need it. Because the game is gonna get very boring if I get to pick this. And I'm gonna limit myself from fun as well. I won't use all spells, I'll use only one type of spells. So I'll just go with lucky. But you wanna be OP, you go with elemental adept. Very simple. I wanna test luck. Now let's see Astarion. Oh, a new P. On Astarion. Make a weapon attack, roll your damage dice twice, and use the highest result. Should be the option. Right. Should be the option. Let's see what else is there. But this should be it. You can go with a sharpshooter, you can go with a savage attacker. You can gain proficiency in medium armor as well. This is also quite nice, okay, martial adept. They're really, really nice. We already passed through this, I can't remember when, on level 4. Through all of them. And there's a lot of useful skills here. I am testing Lucky on a wizard, so I don't need to test it on Astarion. But I believe he can profit out of Lucky as well. Now, for example, Dual Wielder is also great on Astarion. Really great. Weapons do not need to be light. Defensive duelist is also great on Astarion. So I said sharpshooter, savage attacker, martial adept, one of these. Lucky, I'm already testing it on wizard. Dual wielder, defensive duelist. That would be the options for a study. We go with the dual wield. Sibyl. Shadowheart. She got a divine strike poise. Once per turn, deal poison damage in addition to your weapon's damage when you make a melee. She deals radiant and poison combined now with a Mace of Lae'Zel. As far as I can tell, we got a new slot available. We're gonna pick freedom of movement. And for the cleric, for a cleric, Warcaster is great because she's got a lot of concentration spells. And if you want to keep those concentration spells active, you need a Warcaster. So far, it looks like the best option on a melee cleric. Tough is also nice on a cleric. Shield Master is nice on a cleric as well. Dexterity saving throws while wielding a shield. If a spell forces you to make a dexterity saving throw, you can use the reaction to shield yourself. Diminish the effect's damage. On a failed saving throw, you only take half damage. On a successful saving throw, you don't take any damage. Shield Master is absolutely great. Warcaster is great. Which means I won't take tough. Strike on a cleric is also great. Astarion can strike twice. That's a lot of damage on us on assassin, okay, but you limit the gameplay so freaking much. You just spam play again basically with Commander Strike. Distract as well. The tech rolls up for all allies. I like only Commander Strike, the rest of them I don't like, and you can pick two, so it's actually a waste. Maybe Distracting and Commanding. This two. Maybe. I believe Lucky is good on absolutely every character. Okay, we got three options now. We got a Warcaster for concentration checks. We got a Shield Master for more defense. There is moderately armored as the third option as well. And a Martial Adept with Commander Strike and Distracting Strikes. Again, same like I said for a Wizard with Elemental, I think it's the best on a Wizard. For Cleric, Martial Adept is best by far, because you raise attack rolls of allies and you can make them play again. You have something like I do, an Assassin. If that idiot rolls a crit, he can deal like 70 HP in a round. That's a lot. On level 8. 2 crits is 100 on level 8 on Astarion with Commander Strike. And I believe it's the most OP out of everything. So I won't take it. I'll test out something else. Concentration checks, if you position well, you don't need to worry about concentration, although it's a must on a cleric. On a melee cleric, you don't need it on a range cleric, only on a melee. And we got a Shield Master. Diminish the spell effect. One out of those three. And Lucky, of course, on everyone. Okay, but I won't take Lucky. But... Shield Master is boring. Concentration check is boring. Play again. Fuck it, we use play again. Because there is no one else that can actually use this. Others need some different feats. She can profit out of it, out of concentration, and out of shield, out of lucky, and out of toughness. Those 5 feats.
The pride of the gate.
Wyll. Wyll can learn a new spell, and it's gonna be a no-brain fire shield. I believe he needs everything out of this. Absolutely everything. He doesn't need other spells. There is no point to replace anything. Now the Warlock. He profits definitely the most out of Elemental Adept. There's nothing to think about. Now, what he deals is everything. A bit of cold, a bit of acid, a bit of force. He's got a fireball, he's got a firewall. A bit out of everything, okay. If you want, for what was the spell's name? Hunger of Hadar to work, you need cold and acid. I believe it's a great spell. Really unique. Acid, necrotic, fire, fire, and the fireball fire. Yeah. It's more fun to play with Hunger of Hadar. So I'll skip Elemental Adept. You wanna play a Warlock with a Fireball, you go with Elemental Adept Fire. And you have Fireball, you got Scorching Ray, and you got Fireball, Fireball, Scorching Ray. And you pick Fire, and that's like the most brain dead way to play a Warlock. And probably the most OP way to play a Warlock. We're gonna test out something else. Kuchyně vršil. Skroz je lepo je. Force you to take element. I mean, there is a martial adept as well. Lucky is also there. Defensive duelist can also work on a Warlock with a rapier. That's proficiency bonus to armor class. You can get defensive duelist. You can get elemental adept into fire because Warlock has a lot of fire spells. You can get lucky. You can get concentration with a warcaster if you plan to spam Hagar. There is that thing with a cantrip crit as well. And that's about it. You can learn Sork spells as a Warlock, and you can scale with Charisma. Oh, you can easily go with magic missiles on a Warlock as well. Funny. Ah, we need to do this brain dead build because basically nothing else is worth it. We learn fire. We replace shatter, and we put up a fucking fireball, and now it's full fire. Now what you can also do, learn cantrips, 2 cantrips from sorcery, or learn 1 cantrip and get a firebolt. It's gonna crit from 19 to 20, and then you play with firebolt, cantrip, raise, fireball, firewall, Warlock. The most brain dead way to play a Warlock. But once I reach maximum level, I'll respec Wyll and I'll make a different Warlock because this is fucking brain dead. And I guess 99% of the world will play like this. So, I mean, I won't even play with Wyll, he's bugged. But
No rest for the
just out of conversation, you go with a melee version of him, but he is not as good as other melee characters. The great thing about Warlock is,
sharp as ever.
aside from Hunger of Hadar that I really like, an Eldritch Blast. Because no one has it, only Warlocks. And you can push with Eldritch Blast. It's basically the main thing. It's valid from level 1 to the max level. Like, the main freaking thing that you can cast is Eldritch Blast. You don't need anything else. You need a single spell. You just need Eldritch Blast. And position well. Push enemies away. Let's level up
May it please, Mistra.
Karla and who's remaining? Karla and Lae'Zel.
I've been catching myself smiling more lately. I think that
If you're sure. Fine.
I can do that.
Well met. Are you sure? The blade stands at the ready, and...
Karla.
What's on your mind? Aces.
Aces, aces. Lae'Zel.
Greetings.
Now, as far as these two go, fighter versus barbarian.
It is done.
Fighter is 10 times better as a melee class compared to barbarian. The reason very simple, you can play multiple times. You can't do it with a barbarian. Let's level up Karl. Difficult terrain. You become an expert in moving through the wilderness. Difficult terrain no longer slows you down. This is garbage. Garbage. Absolute garbage. A waste of a level. And you get a feat on Karl. Savage attacker, it should be savage attacker, okay? Roll damage twice, take the better result. That's like the most simple way. What she can also profit out of is maybe out of Sentinel if you play with a mega tank and you go with your tank non-stop, okay? Side by side, and you wait for enemies to attack a tank, and then she whacks them. But because enemies ignore melees and they go straight for squishes, then Sentinel is useless. You should move with a squish. But it's boring. So right now it's she can profit out of tough like crazy, okay? Because health goes to 100 from 85 to 100. So yes, she can profit out of tough. Savage attacker, to me personally, is far better than tough. Medium armor master is nice. Really nice. Martial adept. I said it's great on everyone. You can have it. Disarming. Attack target with advantage and deal additional damage. Very good. Precision. You can profit. Martial adept, valid on a lot of classes. Definitely valid on a lot of classes. There's a lot of good things. There's also riposte. She can profit out of lucky. If you kill with a melee, you can make another melee weapon attack as a bonus section. But it reduces attack roll by a lot. It's not a good trade. You're gonna miss. I mean, there is a charger. You know, Barbarian. Barbarian should have a charge, because that's what barbarians do, they charge. And if you're gonna play in a concept as barbarian, something that's actually believable as barbarian, you should take a fucking charger. Charge, push, shove enemies. Chances depend out of athletics. She's got the highest athletics out of all companions. Slam weapon in the first enemy in your way. And its bonus sections. I'm gonna troll with charger. So what you can take here on Karlach? Classic ability improvement, ramp up strength or ramp up constitution. Athlete, also very good. You can go with dex and you gain faster standing up. There is charger, probably the most fun out of everything that you can take. There is a great weapon master. There is a mage slayer, it's also good on Karlach. You wanna stick with squishes and stomp them. There is lucky. A lot of feats work on barbarian, okay? Medium armor master, polearm master, tough weapon master, martial adept, and then you take those dices. There's a lot of cool skills here as well. Savage attacker. I mean, roll twice, take the highest result. Everything is good. Absolutely everything is good on a barbarian. I believe this is most fun, so I'll take what's fun. Now, what's probably the best on level 8? The best is probably Savage Attack, but I have it on Lae'Zel, so I'll take Charger on Karlach. And then the last one is Lae'Zel. Fighters receive feat on every level, man. They're crazy OP, they need to nerf fighters. Unreal how freaking OP fighters are. What do you got? We can take Baldur, so she's even harder to hit. Nothing to think about. You don't need anything else. Now, why do you take these spells if they do scale with charisma? But that's when you wanna hit someone. Okay, and her charisma is very low, but that's when you wanna hit someone again. You don't wanna hit anyone. You wanna cast defensive spells on yourself and go into battle. That's why it's great to have the spells from time to time and get defensives like Baldur, armor up on a first level, and so on. Through strike. Enlarge. Enlarge is also... I'm gonna take Enlarge, man. Although it's concentration. On a constitution save. Baldur or Enlarge? Let's go with Baldur. Whatever. Now what do we do with you? I mean, there's a charger available on her as well. It's gonna work. Same fits like for Barbarian. She's on a Savage Attacker. There is a Heavy Armor Master. Strength goes up by 1. Incoming damage from non-magical attacks also decreases by 3 while you wear heavy armor. You should. So she is in a heavy armor. Heavy armor master. There's a mage slayer. There's a martial adept. There is stuff. A lot of things work. There's athlete as well. Oh, I'll take heavy armor. Heavy armor master.